that use Comment Love. Comment Love is a special type of plugin for WordPress where when you leave a comment on somebody's blog, it has your name, it has the website you're promoting, has your comment, and then below the comment it says, check out so and so's latest blog post at, and then boom, a link to your latest post if you have a blog yourself, which is really cool because you leave a comment and that person's blog automatically promotes your latest content, which is really cool. So you can start searching Google for blogs that run the Comment Love plugin, and then what I do is as I find blogs that I like that have the Comment Love plugin, I add them to my reader, and sometimes I'll even bookmark them as blogs that I want to visit more often because there's a better chance that people will click those links because of Comment Love. And then Twitter is a great way of doing this as well. You can go to Twitter and do searches on any word or series of words or phrase that you want. So you could go into Twitter and do a search for new blog post. And what you're going to see is an endless stream of updates. I mean, there's a new blog post coming out on Twitter or being promoted on Twitter every microsecond. I mean, you refresh your page, and every few seconds you'll see a whole series of new blog posts that have been promoted to Twitter. So there's absolutely no shortage of brand new blogs that you can comment on that are being distributed through Twitter. And the cool thing about this is, I'm not sure if you've ever blog commented before, but for those of you who have, you'll notice that when you can be the first or second or third commenter on a really busy blog, that's actually a great source of traffic because you're the first face that people see at the end of the article. And so if you're catching a new blog post right as it hits the presses, fresh, and you find it on Twitter and you go and comment on it right away, there's a good chance you'll be the first commenter, which is a better position to be if you want to drive traffic to a specific site that you're promoting. So having said all that, let's flip over to the live demo of how we can do some of this blog commenting stuff. So for this series of videos, I'm going to be driving traffic to this product here, the Quit Your Job Manual, quityourjobmanual.com, and this is a product that I've just re-released actually. So I've had buyers in the past, but I've redesigned the entire product. So I want to promote this again, and obviously I could get traffic to this immediately if I paid, but if I want long-term traffic through free strategies, then I need to start getting the link out there. So the first topic, obviously, we're talking about blog commenting. Let's actually go through and show you some of the things that I suggested in the slides. So the first thing was one of the first things I mentioned was to find niche-related blogs. So there's a few different ways you can do this. The first thing I'm going to do is go to blogsearch.google.com, and then what you can do is once you're at blogsearch.google.com, you can just start searching for blog posts on any topic. So Quit Your Job Manual is something that is generally bought by people who want to run their own business, small business owners, home business owners, entrepreneurs, all these different keywords that I can target. So I'm going to actually type in small business here and look for some blogs that talk about small business. Now you can see, let me just make this bigger. You can see the results come back with related blogs, and these are generally the blogs that are the most popular for that particular keyword. And then you're going to see here a list of different posts that have been made in the last little while and have the keyword small business in it. Now, right now you can see I'm searching anytime. What I'd like to do is actually let's look in the last hour and see what's been published with the word small business in it. So you can see the related blogs don't change, but here's a particular blog post about fast cash advance. There's small business grants and funding. Obama small business bill passes. So you can see all different kind of things being published, and these are all within the last hour, 59 minutes ago, 52 minutes ago, 37 minutes ago. So I mean, the chances of, if these aren't really busy blogs, then I could probably be the first commenter. Even if they are busy, they're pretty new posts. There's a good chance that I can get the first comment on there, which is also kind of something I always have in the back of my mind. Let's actually, for now, let's pick one of these ones that was listed as a related blog because they're generally pretty popular. Here we got one called smallbusinessbranding.com. So let's go there. And small business branding. So here we go. How solo entrepreneurs consume ebooks is their latest post. Okay, so I just flipped the camera off there. I read the article. Basically, it's just talking about how people consume their ebooks, and this writer was surprised to find that a lot of people still print their ebooks off to read them. She thought maybe they'd be reading them online more often, or even using uh, utilities like Kindle or Nook. So I just want to add a comment here, and I'll actually respond with a relevant comment. So now notice here it says your comment is awaiting moderation. But I'm assuming this is going to get published because it's a relevant comment. But you can see here, it's got my picture and my name. Now the reason it has my picture is because the email address I use is registered with gravatar.com. gravatar.com. And if you're not using that, I suggest you do because it's a great way of branding yourself. I use the same picture all over the internet, whether I join forums or I comment on blogs or I put my picture in a signature of a sales page. I always use the same picture because I want people to remember me and my face. It's just a good way of personally branding yourself. But assuming this gets posted, my name, if you look here, will link to the Quit Your Job manual. When I click it, it goes there in another window. So that's an example of how you can find a new blog post or find a blog that's relevant and leave a comment. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is we'll close this down and I want to show you how um, I do regular blog commenting. That was one of the big bullet points that I started off with on the slide. Doing comments on a regular basis serves a number of different purposes. One, it keeps you sharp because you're reading the latest blogs from hopefully pretty qualified people on the stuff that's going on in your niche or in your industry. So just reading that stuff will help you stay sharp. The other side of it is that if you're leaving comments on a regular basis, all those comments stick, and you'll get traffic coming in. I mean, I still get traffic coming in from blogs that I left comments on 2 years ago. So it's just a great way of leaving breadcrumbs behind for people to find you on. And so what I do is I use the Google Reader, which is just google.com/reader, and I'll go there now. And what I do with the Google Reader is I literally just load in the RSS feeds of all the different blogs that I enjoy. And as I find blogs that I like, I subscribe to their RSS feed. So that's something you should get in the habit of doing. And all you do is integrate your Google Reader here. And if I go to click here, I've got like thousands of articles I haven't read yet because I just load so many blogs into my reader. But if I go to my all items view, you can see here that today alone in the last just 3 or 4 hours, I've got probably 20 or 30 brand new articles that I can go in and read here and leave comments on. So one thing I'll do is, I'll look through the titles, and if I find things that are interesting, I'll click on it, and then I'll go and let me just show you an example here. So I'll actually go and leave a comment on the actual blog. So let's find one here that might be somewhat relevant to the Quit Your Job manual. Okay, here's one from Copy Blogger. And notice how in the reader here, you can read the article, but you can't leave comments. So I almost right away just click right on the title, and then it opens up a new window where I can go read the article itself and leave a comment. So 50 can't fail techniques for finding great blog topics. And then what I would do there is read through it very carefully. I sometimes will, on a big site like Copyblogger, which is a huge blog, I will often read through some of the comments from the people that are leaving them, because I might want to not only talk to the article itself, but to some of the controversial or funny comments that have been left by other people. In this case, I'm not, for a site like this, there's still a lot of comments to be made. So for me to leave a comment right now would actually be pretty good because I'm still pretty early in the mix here. And this is one of the blogs I actually use. I comment on pretty regularly to drive traffic. So I won't comment on this one specifically right now, but you get the idea. You can use your reader. And as you find new blogs, always subscribe through your Google Reader so they just show up here, and all you have to do is come into your all items view and start scrolling through, and you'll find an endless stream of blog posts that you can start commenting on. I mean, I could spend days just going through this list and leaving comment after comment, which is great. And most of the blogs I subscribe to are really good blogs, and I enjoy reading them. So it's a win-win all around. Okay, so another thing you might want to try is searching for blogs that use the plugin called Comment Love. So let's do a Google search for blogs that use Comment Love. And Google usually returns a pretty good set of results, and I've already done this search obviously in the past. So here's one, 20 plus blogs that use the Comment Love plugin. And what you can do is basically start familiarizing yourself with which blogs you enjoy reading that also use the Comment Love plugin. So I see there's a whole list of them here. I don't know which ones are good and which ones aren't. So for the purposes of this demo, let me just show you my personal development blog here. I use the Comment Love plugin, and let's just go to a recent comment that somebody left. Let's go here. Let's go to the one by me. And you can see here, Stan, left a comment on my site. So you see his comment, but then at the very bottom, make this a little bigger so you can see it, Comment Love says Stan Young recently posted, boom, and it's got a link to his latest article. So by him taking a few minutes to read my article or watch my video here, whatever it was, he has a link to his website right here, and he's got a link to his recent post here. So you actually get to leave 2 links back to your websites for every comment you leave on Comment Love enabled blogs. So it's a really good reason why you might want to search for this and then start making a bookmark list or somehow remember the list of different blogs that you like reading that have the Comment Love plugin. It's a great additional step you can take to increase the chances that you get clicks back to your sites. And then the last thing I want to talk about here with blog commenting is using Twitter. There's a few different ways you can use Twitter. One is by doing search.twitter.com, and you can search for the words new blog post or even just blog post, doesn't really matter. So here we have 1 day ago, less than 20 seconds ago, less than 20 seconds ago. This was a retweet, that's why it was 1 day ago. But you can see, like, every few seconds, half a minute ago, there's new blog posts coming out over and over and over, and there's just an endless stream. This never ends. So you can, look at the screen is updating here as I show you. So you can always find new content, and if you want to use the strategy of being the first commenter on a blog, this could be a great way of doing it. The tough part about using Twitter for finding new blog content is that it's a hit and miss here. If you're just using the keyword new blog post, you're going to get blog posts from totally unrelated niches like crazy. You might get lucky and one of the first one you see is something related to what you want to talk about. So you might want to experiment with your search words like new blog post. Let's maybe put entrepreneur in this. I don't know if that's going to return anything. Just a new blog post on mom entrepreneur. That was 2 hours ago. So it's not as recent, but still 2 hours ago isn't bad. So I could just click this link to take a look at what they're doing there. So here's a mom entrepreneur's blog, and it was posted a couple hours ago based on when I'm doing it here. What's the ideal business size? And we can see here that they're actually just linking to a full blog post that we can go and read. Looks like at another site, but that's okay. The main thing here is to navigate to posts that you can read and comment on. So this is somebody using a pretty basic WordPress site. What's the ideal business size? And there you go. But I can leave a comment and I'd be the first one here. Now I don't know how busy this blog is. It doesn't really matter. If this person's written an article that I want to read, what's the ideal business size? For me, probably wouldn't read that article, but maybe I would. You get the idea. I can read it, leave a relevant comment, and on I go. But that's a great way of using Twitter. The other thing I do is I use TweetDeck. So if we go over here, TweetDeck is a Twitter utility that I use, and if you look at it here, TweetDeck makes it really, really easy to use Twitter because it lets me organize things into different columns that I can search on. So for example, here's a column of new followers. I have a column of people right here that I actually actively follow. There's a column of direct messages, and on it goes. So all these other columns are things that I'm literally searching for. So I have a column for Success Coach, a column for Warrior Forum, which is an internet marketing forum I'm on. So I can now add a column for new blog post. If somebody ever tweets the word new blog post, I have a column to show me what they're saying. Oops. So here we go. This was tweeted right now, like not even a minute ago. As I scroll down, look how many things are coming out here in the last minute alone. So all I need to do, if I really want to go aggressively